In business statistics, in the last lesson, we have seen about the Spearman's rank correlation. We have worked out some examples, and we got some assignment problems also. In Spearman's rank correlation, we have two methods or two cases where when ranks are given and when ranks are not given. When ranks are not given, variables will be given so that the variables, basing on the variables, we will assign the ranks. In assigning the ranks, there is every possibility in practical or in reality, ranks are repeated. That means duplicate ranks will appear in the data. The duplicate ranks or repeated ranks may occur in X series or Y series. And at the same time, two or more ranks may be repeated. That also we can get. So when the ranks are repeated, this Spearman's rank correlation formula alone will not work. That means we require some modification, some change in the formula, some extension in the formula, so that we can calculate the correlation when ranks are repeated. So when ranks are repeated, we have to take care that we will work out the correlation accurately. So in this lesson, we will see how the repeated ranks comes and which formula we have to use, the procedure for calculating the correlation. And in this lesson, we will be completing our correlation, and we have to go to the last unit of the syllabus, that is regression. So we will see some introduction about the regression analysis also in this lesson. So first we will start with the correlation when repeated ranks are there, and then we will go to regression analysis. And after completing the repeated ranks, we will also see some merits and demerits of rank correlation also in compared to the Karl Pearson's coefficient of correlation, and also in some other conceptual aspects. So as I said, on completion of this lesson, we will be understanding about the calculation of Spearman's rank correlation when one or more ranks are equal, and what are the merits and demerits of Spearman's rank correlation, and something about introduction to regression analysis, where we will see meaning, definition, merits and demerits of regression analysis. So to quickly recap what we have seen in the previous lessons, we have seen about the Karl Pearson's coefficient of correlation. There are three methods for calculating the correlation in this type, that is direct method, actual means deviations method, and assumed means deviation method. The assumed means deviation method is generally followed in Karl Pearson's coefficient of correlation, as it is very easy to work out because the calculations will be simplified maximum to the maximum. And we have also seen what is probable error and what is the formula for calculation of probable error, and what is standard error and the calculation of standard error. And we have also seen Spearman's rank correlation, which is devised by, or which is designed by Charles Edward Spearman in 1904. And this method is based on ranking or assignment of ranks to the variables. And this method is useful where actual items values are not given. In this case, we will use a formula called RS is equal to R is correlation, S is Spearman's correlation. So RS is equal to 1 minus 6 sigma d square by n cube minus n, where R is coefficient of correlation and D is difference in the ranks or rank differences, and n is number of pairs. Spearman's rank correlation is very easy to calculate, and when ranks are not given, to assign the ranks, X series and Y series data should be taken, and we have to start the ranks for both the series from highest to lowest or lowest to highest. And except for assigning the ranks to the given data, calculation of Spearman's coefficient of correlation is the same as you solved problems when ranks are given. So till assignment of ranks only it will differ. Formula is same. And Spearman's rank correlation is calculated when quantitative measures are not suitable to measure certain factors. That is, qualitative measures will be adopted, like beauty, leadership, intelligence, knowledge, etc. Coming to this lesson, as I said, some equal ranks occur where in some cases 2 or more values in the series are equal ranks. Then for both the values which got equal ranks, the average rank will be given like this. If 2 values are repeated or if 3 values are repeated, what we have to do? If 2 individuals get equal ranks, that means which rank is coming equal. For example, 5th rank is coming twice. That means 5th rank should be given to both same to two persons. When that is the case, we have to follow this method. We have to take the average of the equal rank and the next rank. That is, after 5, 6th rank should be given. So when 2 persons are there, we have to give 2 ranks. So naturally we will give 5th rank to one person and 6th rank to another person. But since the values are equal, the variables are equal, we have to give same rank. So what we will do here, we will take the average of 5th and 6th ranks, that is 5 plus 6 by 2. Then we will get 5.5. So both these persons will be awarded 5.5 rank. It is not 5 or 6. We will award 5.5 rank. Suppose if 3 persons are getting the same rank, that is 3 persons are getting fifth rank, then what we have to do is we have to take average of these 3 ranks. That is, when 3 persons are there, we have to award 5th, 6th and 7th ranks to the 3 people. But since their variables are equal, their values are equal, we have to assign equal ranks. Then instead of 5th, 6th and 7th, we will take average of 5, 6 and 7. That is 5 plus 6 plus 7. That is 18 by 3 is 6. So 6 is awarded to all these 3 persons instead of 5, 6, 7. So in that way, we will calculate the equal ranks and then we will assign. So this is about the assignment of ranks. If 3 individuals get equal ranks at 5th place, they should be given average rank. That is 5, 6 and 7. So the average rank will be 6. If 2 or more items get equal ranks, the rank given for calculating coefficient of correlation is average of marks ranks which the items would have got. That means in real they should have got 5th and 6th. But instead of 5th and 6th, we are getting only 5. So in that case, we will take average 5 plus 6 by 2, that is 5.5. So if they differed slightly from each other, when equal ranks are there, we have to use this formula. That is, formula is R is equal to 1 minus 6 sigma d square up to this, and we have n cube minus n. Up to this, we have same formula. But when ranks are repeated, we have to put plus 1 by 12 into m cube minus m, where m is the repeated ranks for number of times. Suppose we have 2 people repeating their ranks, that is 5th and 6th. Then m is equal to 2. If 3 ranks are repeated, then m is equal to 3. Like this we have to take. Then if 2 or more ranks are duplicated like this, suppose we get one duplicate rank in X series and one duplicate rank series in Y series, then we have to take 1 by 12 into m cube minus m twice. If 3 times repeated, we have to take 3 times 1 plus 1 by 12 into m cube minus m, where m is number of times the rank is repeated. Number of times the rank is repeated. So m is equal to number of items with the common ranks. And d is rank differences and n is number of pairs. We have already worked out some problems for correlation, Spearman's rank correlation, where we have worked out along with this formula 1 minus 6 sigma d square by n cube minus n. So this part is extension of that. So that we have to work or understand very carefully, because that is very important point, this part. This is extra. This is same and this is same. Right? We will see one example. Calculate rank correlation coefficient of correlation for the data below. So we are having some data here. X is 80, 78, 75, 75, 68, 67, 60, 59, and Y is 12, 13, 14, 14, 14, 16, 15, 17. So we have to assign the ranks first. Anyway, we will go to the solution in the next slide, but before that I will explain you. First, give ranks to the values in X and Y series. First, you have to assign the ranks. That is first step. And second step is then calculate coefficient of correlation by using that formula. So we will assign the ranks for X series now. We will start from lowest to highest. So the lowest number will get 1 and highest number will get maximum. That is, we have 8 variables, 8 number of pairs. That is, last we will get 8. So we should not exceed 8, or we should not reduce that to another number. We should get 8 as last number, last rank. So for that, the smallest number we will identify is 59, I think. Yes, 59 is smallest number. So 59 is 1. Next 60 is 2. Next 67 is 3. 68 is 4. And 75, 5th and 6th ranks. 75 is repeated for 2 times. That is 5 and 6. Next coming ranks are 5 and 6. Up to 4 we have seen. First 1 is for 59, 2 is for 60, 3 is for 67, and 4 is for 68. So 5 is for 75. And another 75 is there. We should also give next rank 6. But we cannot give like this. We have to take average of 5 plus 6. Because 5th and 6th positions are repeated. 5 and 6. That is 5 plus 6 by 2. We have to take average of 5 plus 6 by 2. That is 5.5. So here what we will do is, we will assign 5.5 to both the 75s. 5.5, 5.5. So assignment of ranks is over. Next rank will come only on by 7. So next we should get 7. 5th and 6th places are over. For 7th place, 7th rank should be given. So 7th rank will be given to 78. And last 80 is the highest. So we should give 8th rank. Like this we have to assign the values, ranks. We will also see why here. Lowest number is 12 and highest number is 17. So 12 should be given 1 and 17 should be given 8. 12 after 12, 13 is the highest, 13 is the lowest. That means second rank should be given to 13. And next 14 is repeated for 3 times. After 2, 3 rank, third rank should be given. So 3, 4, 5 is repeated. Third place, fourth place and fifth place are repeated. That means we have to take average of 3, 4 and 5. So 3, 4 and 5 added, 3 plus 4, 7, 7 plus 5, 12, 12 by 3 is 4. So 4 should be assigned to 14. 4, 4, 4. So 5 places are over. 3, 4, 5 places are over. For sixth place, 6 is given. Sixth place is 16. So 15. 15 is given 6. Next 7 for 16 and 8 for 17. So like this, we have to assign the ranks. Now we will go to solution. Then you will better understand. So here, preparing table like this, we will prepare. X series and Y series are written, and X series ranks are given. Here, lowest is given 1 and highest is given 8. That is 59 is 1, 60 is 2, 67 is 3, 68 is 4. Then 2 repeated ranks are there for 75. That is 5 plus 6 by 2. That is 5.5. 5.5 is given to 75 in both the cases. 5.5, 5.5. So 5th and 6th places are over. 7th place is given 7. 78 is given 7. And 8th, 88th place. So like this, we have to prepare the ranks. Next, for Y series also, as I explained you, lowest is 12. 1 is given to 12. Next, 13 is given to 2 is given to 13. And third place, fourth place, fifth place are repeated. So 3, 4, 5 added, 3, 4, 5 added, 3 plus 4 plus 5, that is 12 by 4, that is 4. So 4 is assigned to 14. Next, for 15, 6 is assigned. 15, 6 is assigned. For 17, 7 is assigned. And for 18, 9 is assigned. Then we have to take the differences of ranks, and d square is calculated. R1 minus R2 whole square is d square. That is sigma d square is 159.5. So sigma d square is 159.5. So these values we have to substitute in the formula. So here n is 8 and sigma d square is 159.5. Now, since repeated ranks are there, we have to add 1 by 12 into m cube minus m. In two cases, we have to add 1 by 12 into m cube minus m because two ranks are repeated. Coming to solution, since two ranks are repeated, 2 times 1 by 12 into m cube minus m is taken. So the formula is Rs is equal to 1 minus 6 sigma d square plus 1 by 12 into m cube minus m cube minus m. In X series, 2 ranks are repeated, and in Y series, 3 ranks are repeated. So for X series, m is equal to 2, and for Y series, m is equal to 3. Like this, we have to take. Please understand very carefully. 2 ranks are repeated, so we are taking 1 by 12 into m cube minus m 2 times. First rank, m is equal to 2 because 5.5, 5.5 2 times we got, and Y series 4, 4, 4 we got 3 times. So m is equal to 3. So m cube minus m is 3 cube minus 3. Like this we have to take. So sigma d square is 159.5 and n is 8. So 1 minus 6 into 159.5 by 8 cube minus 8 into or plus 1 by 12 into 2 cube minus 2 2 cube minus 2 is 8 minus 2. And 1 by 12 into 3 cube minus 3 is 27 minus 3. So 1 minus 159.5 plus 0.5, that is 1 by 12 into 6, 0.5, and 1 by 12 into 24, that is 2. So 159.5 plus 0.5, 160. 160 plus 2 is 162. 162 plus 1 minus 6 into 162 divided by 504. That is 1 minus 972 by 504 is equal to 1 minus 1.929. That is minus 0.929. That is the correlation. Correlation is minus 0.929. That is, we have to conclude that, we have to understand that it is negative correlation and high degree of negative correlation. The conclusion is there is high degree of negative correlation. So this is the method we will adopt when ranks are repeated. We will see another example. So in this example, we got lowest number as 20 in X series and highest number as 80 in X series. So 20 is 1 and 80 is 10. 10 numbers are 10 pairs are given. So 10. So we have to assign duplicate ranks. 20 is 1. 25 is 3 times. That is 25 is 2 plus 3 plus 4. Second rank, third rank, fourth rank, second position, third position and fourth position numbers, variables. 2 plus 3 plus 4 is 5 plus 4, 9. 9 by 3 is 3. So 3 is should be added to 25. 3, 3, 3. Next, after 25, we got 45. That is fifth rank. And after 45, we have 55, sixth rank. After 55, we have 60, seventh rank. 75 is seventh rank. We have 10, no. 20 is 1, 25, 25, 25, 2, 3, 4. And after 25, we got 45. 45 is 5. After 45, 55 is there. Sixth, 65. After 65, 55, 60 is there. Seventh, 65 is 8. 75 is 9. And 80 is 10. So 1 rank is repeated 3 times. So M is equal to 3 for X series. Y series, 50 is repeated 2 times. So lowest number is 45. Highest number is 80 in this scales also. So 45, 1, first position, and 80 is 10. So after 45, 50 is coming 2 times. That is 2 and 3. 2 plus 3 by 2 is 2.5. So for 50, we will assign 2.5. 2.5, 2.5. That is second position and third position is over. Fourth position is 55. Fourth position is 55. Fifth position is 60. Seventh position is 63. 45 is 1, 2, 3, 50. 4 is 55. 5 is 60, 6 is 63, 7 is 70, 8 is 72, 9 is 78, and 10 is 80. Like this, we have to assign the ranks. So for X series, M is equal to 3, and for Y series, M is equal to 2. So 2 times we have to add 1 by 12 into M cube minus M. Now calculation of correlation, we have to prepare table like this. X is 20, 25, 60, 45, 48, 80, 25, 55, 65, 25, 75. Same order we have to write. Please remember, we cannot change the order. And Y is 45, 50, 55, and so on. So assigning ranks, please observe 3 is repeated 3 times in X series, R1. That means 2, 3, 4, 2 plus 3 plus 4, 9 by 3 is 3. Average is 3. Likewise, Y series also 2.5 is repeated 2 times. And then fourth rank onwards, we will give continuous. So sigma d square is 119.5, 119.5. We will put the formula. In X series, there are 3 positions which are ranked equally at 2 second place. So the average rank is 2 plus 3 plus 4 by 3 is 3. In Y series, 2 are ranked equal at second place. So the average rank is 2 plus 3 by 2 is 2.5. The item 25 is repeated 3 times in X series. So M is equal to 3. And the item 45 is repeated 2 times. So M is 50 is repeated 2 times. That is wrong. 2 times. So M is equal to 2. 50 is repeated 2 times only. So M is equal to 2. So like this, we have to assign the ranks. And then we will work out the problem. Here Y series 2 times only. So M is equal to 2. Now we will substitute these values in formula. One minus 6 into sigma d square plus 1 by 12. 2 times we have to write 1 by 12 into M cube minus M because 2 ranks are repeated. Divide by N cube minus M N. So 1 minus 6 into 119.5 plus 1 by 12 into 3 cube minus 3 plus 1 by 12 into 2 cube minus 12. That is 119.5 plus 2 plus 0.5. That is 122 by 990. 122 by 990. 1 minus 6 into 122 by 990. That is 1 minus 732 by 990. Positive correlation 0.26. Low degree of correlation. We have positive low degree of correlation, that is 0.26. So this is how you have to work out when ranks are equal. We have third example here. Coefficient of correlation between two varieties x and y variables. Two variables x and y is 0.3 and their covariance is 9. Variance of x is 16 and find standard deviation of y series. Covariance means standard deviation square. So for one series covariance is 9 and for another series variance is 16. Find standard deviation y series. Covariance is equal to sigma x square xy by n, where x and y are the deviations of the values of x and y, and from their respective means variance of x series is 16, that is standard deviation of x square, and variance of x series is 16, that is standard deviation square x is 4. R is equal to sigma xy by n into standard deviation of x, standard deviation of y, that is sigma xy by n into 1 by standard deviation of x and standard deviation of y. So substituting the values, correlation is already given 0.3 is equal to 9 into 1 by 4 standard deviation of y, because standard deviation of y is not given. So cross multiplying 0.3 into 4, 1.2 standard deviation of y is equal to 9, or 9 by 1 by 12 is equal to 7.5. So standard deviation of y series is 7.5. Coefficient of correlation, another example we will see. Coefficient of correlation between two variables x and y is 0.64. Their covariance is 16 and variance of x is 9. Find standard deviation of y series, that is covariance is equal to sigma xy by n, where x and y are the deviations of the values of x and y series from their respective means. So covariance is equal to sigma xy by n is equal to 16. Standard deviation of x is root 9 is equal to 3. R is equal to sigma xy by n into standard deviation of x, standard deviation of y. So sigma xy by n into 1 by standard deviation of x, standard deviation of y. We can separate the formula like this. And sigma xy by n is already given as 16 and standard deviation of x is 3. R is equal to 0.64. Now substituting these values, we have to get standard deviation of y. So 0.64 is already given correlation is equal to 16 by 3 standard deviation of y. In this previous problem, we have cross multiplied. In the same way, we have to cross multiply here also. 3 into 0.64, that is 1.92 standard deviation of y is equal to 16. So standard deviation of y is equal to 16 by 1.92, that is 8.33. Therefore, standard deviation of y series is 8.333. 8.333. We will see what are the merits of rank correlation. Compared to Karl Pearson's, it is very easy to calculate and it is very easy to understand. In Karl Pearson, we have to calculate 4 types of values. Here only 2 values are required. That too, n is already given when we know the number of pairs in the series. Only we have to calculate is sigma d square. So sigma d square is calculated by taking deviations of ranks R1 minus R2 and d square is done, then we will get sigma d square. So when ranks of different values of variables are given, Spearman's rank correlation is the only method to calculate correlation. Ranks are given, only Spearman rank correlation is used. When variables are given, then we can use Karl Pearson. So when actual values are given, we can give ranks to those values to calculate correlation. And very useful method to compute correlation for qualitative data. When qualitative data is there, then we can calculate this correlation by using this Spearman's correlation formula. Otherwise, we have to use Karl Pearson's. So honesty, beauty, intelligence, knowledge, leadership, motivation, all these things we cannot have variables. We have to give ranks according to their performance. Then we have to calculate the correlation. The demerits are, it is not suitable for grouped frequency distribution. And if the number of items is greater than 30, it is difficult to compute ranks and their differences. See, when numbers are growing, ranks are growing, it is difficult to calculate the ranks also. Okay, it is difficult to calculate the problem also, correlation also. When ranks, duplicate ranks are repeated more number of times, then it is very difficult. So it lacks precision. Exactly we cannot calculate when compared to Karl Pearson's. It is only an assumption. Spearman's rank correlation is only an assumption where quality data is given ranks. Giving ranks or assigning ranks is only an assumption. It is not final. All information regarding variables are not used. All variables are not used here. So with this, we have completed our correlation. So in correlation, we have seen what is correlation, meaning and definitions of correlation, uses of correlation, merits and demerits of correlation. And then we have calculated the correlation by using two formulas, that is Karl Pearson's and Spearman's rank correlation. So in Karl Pearson's coefficient of correlation, we have used variables and we have taken the values in three methods, that is direct method and shortcut method. In shortcut method, two types, means differences taken from actual means and differences taken from shortcut method. And then we have calculated the Karl Pearson's. And Spearman's rank correlation, ranks are taken instead of variables. So if ranks are assigned, if ranks are given, then we can calculate the difference in ranks and sigma d square can be calculated. If ranks are not given, then we have to assign ranks to the data and then we will calculate the correlation. So this is about the correlation. So coming to the last lesson of the regression, the syllabus, we have regression analysis. So we have to understand first what is regression. Correlation means two values relating to each other. For example, father and son, they are related. So in that way, relation should be there between the x and y variables. So that we have to find out whether there is a relationship between two variables or not. But in regression, it is an extension of correlation. That is, when relation is there, two values will be there, x and y. So in x and y, when relation is there, one is dependent and another one is independent. So please listen carefully. When there is correlation, that is more than 0.5, then first we have to calculate the correlation. First we have to find out what is the correlation. And then if it is not zero, if correlation is not zero, then some correlation is existing. Then we can proceed to regression. Regression is, we have two values x and y, in which x is one is independent and one is dependent. Independent means it is not depending on anything. Dependent means it is depending on some other value, that is x. For example, we have two variables x and y. Suppose if x is dependent, y is independent. If x is independent, y is dependent. Like this we have to take. So independent value is given always in the problem. Independent value is given, and we have to estimate. We have to calculate the dependent value. Like this, we have to do the regression analysis. It estimates or predicts the unknown value. Predicts means we have to calculate the second value of one variable from known value of another variable. Known value of another variable means it is dependent. Independent. Independent means known value of another variable. Dependent variable, unknown value is dependent value based on functional relationship between two. Functional relationship means correlation is there, then we have to do this regression. If no correlation is there, if zero is there, then no correlation, so we cannot calculate the regression. Meaning of regression. The literal meaning of regression, literal meaning is English literature wise, regression is moving backward or returning to the average value. Regression means actually moving backward. One step backward is regression. Or returning to the average value. Returning to the average value means again we have to calculate average value. Today it is used in statistics in broader perspective. Regression is very useful in many subjects. For example, if weather is rainy for last 4 days, then we can predict or we can assume that fifth day also there will be some rain. So we cannot say whether it is there or not. Fifth day also we will assume that it is raining, but after fourth day only we will be knowing what is actually happening. So that is called predicting. It is very useful statistical tool in natural and social sciences. Natural science means physics, chemistry, biology, all these are natural sciences. Social sciences are philosophy, history, uh, commerce, all these are social sciences. Psychology, everything is social science. So in this way, we can use them very extensively, that is very widely in research programs. That is the use of regression. So when it comes to the definition of regression analysis or regression, according to Maurice M. Blair is one statistician. What he says is regression analysis is the measure of the average relationship. Measure of average relationship means the average is calculated for the relationship. When correlation is there, average relationship will be there between two or more variables in the terms of original units of the data. Original data should be known, then we can calculate regression. Ya Lun Chow, another statistician who establishes the nature of relationship between the variables. We have to first find out nature of relationship, that is whether there is relationship or not. If there is relationship, we have to calculate the correlation and then we will find out the regression. between the variables and provide a mechanism. Mechanism means procedure. Mechanism is nothing but procedure. The meaning of mechanism is procedure for prediction or forecasting. So we have to predict what is going to happen in future, what is going to happen. For example, when we say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and if you are asked for the next number, naturally we will say 10, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nobody can expect that it is only 9 or 11. So it is only a prediction. Like this, we can predict many values. If x is given, y should be calculated or predicted. If y is given, x should be predicted. Another definition given by Morris Hamburg, that is, regression analysis refers to the methods by which estimates are made of the values of a variable from a knowledge of the values of one or more other variables and to the measurement of the errors involved in this estimation process. Oh, long, lengthy definition is there, but nothing is there. The term regression analysis means by which estimates are made. Read from by which estimates are made of the values of a variable for or from a knowledge of the values of one or more other variables and to the measurement of the errors involved in the estimation process. Next, Taro Yamane, another statistician, is there who has given definition as regression analysis is the most frequently used technique, very widely used, very regularly it is used. Regression in economics and business research, used to find the relation. Economics and business research both are social sciences, used to find the relation between variables. Many people who are doing MPhil, PhD, fellowship, all will use regression and correlation very regularly. From the above definitions, we can conclude, we can understand that regression analysis is a statistical device. No doubt regression is a statistical device. Correlation is also a statistical device, with the help of which we can estimate or predict. So we can estimate, we can predict the other value. So as I said in the example 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, the next value is 10. So that is called prediction. So 10 is dependent value. 10 is dependent value because 10 is not given. We have to find out. So remaining values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 are independent values. Those are already given. So those are independent values. Suppose we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. The next number you will be saying is 100. Like this, we can predict the number. What prediction? Unknown value. We have to predict only the unknown value. Known value we need not predict, right? From the known values of another variable. The variable which is used to predict the value of another variable is called the independent regressor or explanatory variable. It is also called regressor or independent value or explanatory variable. Explanatory means we can explain why it is coming. We can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can say next 9 comes. We can say next 10 comes, like this. The variable we are trying to predict is called the dependent. That means what number we are predicting is called dependent. Unknown value is called dependent. Known value is called independent. If we know that two variables x and y are given, closely related means they are in correlation. When correlation exists, then only we can find regression. Otherwise, we cannot find regression. If correlation is equal to 0, we cannot do regression. Please remember, this is very important. We can find the most probable value of y for a given value. This is very useful tool because we can predict the value more accurately. Even though it is not 100% correct, it may be correct up to 99%, or in some cases it is correct in 100 cases also, 100% also. So coming to this summary, what we have seen in this lesson is, we have seen Spearman's rank correlation when ranks are repeated or when ranks are equal. So we have a formula called 1 minus 6 sigma d square by n cube minus n into or plus 1 by 12 into m cube minus m. This is repeated for number of times how many ranks are repeated. So coming to the regression, we have seen the meaning of correlation, regression analysis, meaning of regression analysis, definition of regression analysis, and definitions given by different statisticians. Definitions given by 4 or 5 statisticians we have seen. We have also understood what is the conclusion of definitions. So with this, we have completed our today's lesson. For coming to the assignment, we have some questions here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 problems are there. 8 assignment problems are there. You please work out all these problems. Then you can understand the correlation very well. Okay, thank you very much.